Hey guys, welcome back to Favorite Iron and Customs. I'm Michael, and it is a cold week here in North Carolina. It has been down in the teens, which is below zero in the rest of the world. So today, what I've got is my package came in with the shrinking discs. They are from Ray Shalene's Pro Shaper Tools, ProShaper.com. It really wasn't that much more to buy them from Ray than it was to, just pick them up somewhere else. So I like his videos, and I decided to support, him by buying from him. And what this looks like is it's probably 16-ish gauge stainless steel. I'm not sure what alloy of stainless this is. I know he talked about on his channel that, and this was from a couple of years ago, that they had a new design that you could use with aluminum. So you get the wrong alloy, and I'm sure it's going to gall the aluminum. Let's see, do I have a magnet anywhere close by? Just trying to tell you guys, some stainless steel is magnetic. Some alloys of stainless, 304, which is food grade stainless, is magnetic. Yeah, that's not magnetic. So it's probably a 316 or 306 or something. But it does not have any carbon in that. All right, so we're going to put this together. Let me flip y'all around. The kit comes with the fiber disc, the actual, it's a actual, like I said, stainless steel. That sticker's not coming off. And it comes with the nut to hold it on your grinder. So we are just going to install it. I've got the guard taken off. Of the grinder. And there we go. You just want to make sure, the arbor on your grinder doesn't stick out, the threads don't stick out, so it won't hit the piece of metal. We're going to try this out on this tailgate. Let's see. So what you're supposed to do with this is you heat the metal. I think he said it's up to like 250 degrees. And I'm just wiping it down. And you cool it with cold water. You remember in the last video, we got some oil can there. I thought this would be a great project, a great thing to try this on. Where are my glasses? There they are. So on this, you use marker. Use like a fat felt marker. This is your lubricant for your that's probably way more than enough. That's your lubricant for your stainless steel wheel. We're going to get in an angle. Now, you don't want to dig into this like you're grinding. You want to run it as flat as possible. So let's get after it. Oh! Wow. Guys, look. It is sticking proud. That is a problem. I do not know if you can see that, but as I started, the bolt in the end of the grinder started digging into the metal. So, like I said, it felt like it was where it needed to be, but apparently it was not. Okay, guys, so what I did was I put the backer back in there and I put a wore out. It's not even, it's not even clamping against that. That's not good either. Well, it's tight though. Yeah. We're going to try it like that. All right, so we're back to this, and we want to heat this up. I think he said around 240-ish degrees. It'll be above what the boiling point of water is, which will be 100 degrees Celsius. So let's go for it. And battery's dead. And that's nowhere near hot enough. I think what I am going to do is move this up so that this piece of metal is not pulling the heat out of it. All right, guys, got a new battery. We're going to continue on. That is actually taking some of the oil can out of it already. I'm not sure that was hot enough. Because it should steam. It did not steam. But I still got to get something under it. I feel like this piece of metal is pulling the heat out of it. See Ray add more, but it can't hurt. Yeah, it's starting to steam. Make it get a little hotter than that. Like I said, this is just dish detergent and water. It has gotten tighter than it was. Okay, guys, I did what I should have done to begin with, which was went with the corded grinder. The battery-operated grinder just doesn't spin fast enough. This is actually a whole lot better than it was. It's got some oil can in it. And I worked on this panel and this panel both. This one has some left in it as well, but not a whole lot. Guys, in the next episode on this, I'm planning on building a louver die, and we're probably going to louver this tailgate. So if I spend a whole bunch of time trying to get this completely perfect, it just doesn't make any sense. And actually, now that it's getting colder, the panels are getting even better. So we could get a little more out of this one, but if you had a crown panel, this would be done. So I also have the 9-inch one. That's the one we'll be using working on the truck. We will highlight that in the video when we get back to working on the truck. I think I may have to have a adapter to make this work. Ray said something in the video about a cup that I do not have for my grinder, so I may have to find that before we can do this. But I also have decided, after welding this in, guys, I don't know if y'all can see on the video or in the thumbnail when we built this tailgate, I love this welder, but it's a flux core welder, and there's only so good a job that it's going to do. So I have gone ahead and ordered a new MIG welder, one that I can do sheet metal with, one that's small enough that I can do sheet metal with, run 023 wire. We will keep the big daddy in the shop to do the heavy stuff. We may run that one welder to do everything. Heck, maybe I may just get down to one welder. I don't know. But to find that out, you're going to have to come back and see another video. And until then, y'all have a good week. Okay, guys, just wanted to say a couple things before I cut out. So with this shrinking disc, you can take your marker and just paint the panel in completely and go over it with the shrinking disc, and it will show you the highs and lows, just like you would if you were running field primer and blocking it out with guide coat or whatever. So that way you can kind of get your panel closer, tap it up, shrink it, tap it down, shrink it, whatever. And we'll get into trying all that whenever we're finishing up the roof panel on this truck. I don't know how perfect we're going to be able to make it because, like I said, that's a rusty. Everything on that truck is rusty. It's pitted rust. And so I'm going to have to look into what exactly we're going to do. That truck is going to get painted. I know we're going to have to use field primer and, probably going to have to use some sort of rust converter. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to watch some of you guys' videos to figure that out. But anyway, that's all I got this week. Come back next week. I think we're supposed to be trying to get a bumper for Glenn's truck. He has hit a deer. We're supposed to go to the salvage yard on Saturday, which will be the Saturday before Christmas, which will be yesterday if you're watching this video on Sunday. And that may be next week's video. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, if I don't see y'all before then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Have a good time, and I'll see y'all next time.